questions that you want to know and you want answers to. Tell me what your number one question is going to be. Hey, Fred Lam here, and welcome to our Shopify Masterclass series. Now, in today's episode, I want to share with you the importance of being customer obsessed and actually how to handle your customers. Now, if this is your first time watching my video series about my Shopify Masterclass, it is all about building an e-commerce business, some knowledge bomb that I share with you guys, some tips and strategies that I will reveal to help you with your e-commerce business. So there are a ton of other videos that we have released under Shopify Masterclass. Make sure you actually check them out. Now, with that being said, in today's episode, we're going to talk about customer service. This is one thing that a lot of people don't really talk about in the industry because there are just so many different routes or scenarios that may happen. And I just want to share with you from a perspective of the 30,000 foot overview on what you should be aware of, how you should handle them, and most importantly, why customer service is so critical for your business. So let's dive right in. Now, when it comes to running an e-commerce business, you gotta remember that every single time someone places an order, they are your customers, and you need to learn how to be obsessed with your customers because these are real people on the other side of the screen, maybe from a smartphone, maybe from a tablet, or maybe on a computer that pulled out their credit card to actually give you their money. The minute that they give you their money, you need to make sure that they are handled properly. Now, I'm not talking about making sure that just the product itself should be sent to your customer. I'm talking about post-purchase customer service. Because once you actually collect the money from the consumer, you need to be responsible for anything that happens afterwards. And now I use the word responsible not to make you feel all fearful and scared, okay? What I'm trying to share with you is that you need to learn how to be obsessed with them. So first of all, when it comes to customer service, you will actually have customers coming to you telling you that, hey, I never received my products. But then when you pull out the tracking information to log in, maybe USPS website, and actually saw that the package got delivered, but the customer still insists that they never received the products, you still need to handle this customer. How do you handle them? Don't argue with them. There's one thing in retail that every sales representative or sales associate are always taught in the world of retail is that customers are always right. We all know that some of them may be lying, some of them are absolutely bullshit, but at the end of the day, they're still your customer. And if your customer keeps insisting and you can feel that an argument can actually start surfacing, step back. Either just refund the money or resend them a package because that will put you in a very different position. That will put you into a position making the customer feel that you are really running a legitimate business and you are doing or going an extra mile for them. And a lot of customers that we had when they were saying they never received the product, we tracked the tracking information and it says delivered, we still reship the package to them. But what happens is that when they actually receive the package, regardless if they actually got it the first time or not, they then actually say, wow, these guys are really amazing. I have an amazing experience with this store. Now, vice versa, if you start to create an argument with the customer and they leave a review on your website or on any other places saying how terrible their experience is at your store, that they never received your product, that is going to actually hurt your business down the road. So regardless if the customer is absolutely out of their mind and they have a ridiculous request, do whatever it takes, and if it doesn't cost you a lot of money, just take a step back and let them win. All right, that's number one. Now, when it comes to customer service, obviously, when we run an e-commerce business, we are not signed up to be customer service agent. If that's the case, why the hell are we running an e-commerce store? So a lot of people ask, well, Fred, when should I actually start hiring people for customer service? Now, there are two ways to look at it. You can actually go at a way where you can scale faster, or in a way where you want to actually make some money first before investing more into your business. I would actually invest more into my business first, then make more after. So if you can actually afford a monthly virtual assistant, by all means, go hire one right away. A virtual assistant may cost you around $300 to $400 a month, but it will eliminate a lot of your time on dealing with crap that you don't need to deal with, so that you can focus on driving more sales, increasing your conversion rate, increasing your average order value. Because as an entrepreneur, we gotta put priorities first, right? And if you start producing sales, get someone for a couple hours, a couple bucks an hour to do the work for you, because now you're gonna be making maybe $50, $100, $1,000 an hour. Why do a job that basically only requires you to spend $2-3 and obviously rather have someone to do it for you, right? So that's how I look at it. If you are able to afford a virtual assistant with your monthly revenue that you're producing for your store, immediately hire one person. Now that one person don't just need to handle customer service. You can throw in different things at them, like administrative tasks, fulfilling orders. So they're really your assistant in a way, so that you don't have to do repeated tasks and you can focus on scaling your store. That way you will make a lot more at a much quicker time. Now, if you're wondering, well, Fred, where should I hire a virtual assistant? First of all, don't go to Fiverr, okay? That is not a great way to do it. Here are some ways to actually do it. It depends on your budget and it depends on the quality of the virtual assistant. You can actually go to onlinejobs.ph, and that is like a network of virtual assistant in the Philippines. And Philippines are amazing when it comes to virtual assistant. You can actually hire one for $300-400 a month and really see how that goes. Another strategy, if you don't like any of the applicants on onlinejobs.ph, simply go to Craigslist, okay? And go to Manila, obviously the capital of Philippines, and just put in a job posting for a virtual assistant. You will actually get a lot of applications and some that work with Fortune 100 companies that will apply. So that is a great way for you to actually find some amazing virtual assistant. Now, if you're like, you know what, I want really high quality ones, I don't mind paying more, the third place that you can go is Upworks.com. Upworks.com will actually have a lot of companies that have virtual assistant under them that they can actually help you manage the virtual assistant as well. So these are the three places that you can outsource. Now, I do have to say, if you have a family member or a friend that want to learn what you are doing, you can also basically ask them and say, hey, I built an online store, would you like to help me out and learn along the way? A lot of times people will actually agree to it and you don't have to pay them a lot of money right out of the gate, and have them do the hard work for you, like dealing with customers, etc., etc. Now, here's one thing that obviously we haven't talked about yet, which is customer complaints. Like I say, if a customer complains about the product quality, if the customer complains that they never received the product, if the customer complained the fact that it took them forever to actually receive the product, make sure that you don't raise an argument with your customers. Because again, like I said earlier, if they leave a review on your store or if they leave a review on a forum, you're gonna be screwed in the long run. So never do that. Regardless of how ridiculous your customers are, make sure you handle them with profession and make sure you handle them with care. And majority of these customers, and I have to say, some of my best customers are customers that are really ridiculous at the beginning. But when we deal with them and we handle each of them perfectly, then they became your loyal customers and they will keep coming back to actually buy from you. And they will also share their experience with their friends and families, which will lead to more sales. So again, there's a lot to actually cover when it comes to customer service. Drop me a comment right below on what else you want me to share about when it comes to customer service. But in a nutshell, this is how you want to look at customer service when you are running your e-commerce business. And again, remember, customers are always right, regardless of how freaking ridiculous they are, because they are the people that are pulling out their credit card to give you their money.